Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. But let's get to the news. In the bustling corridors of European football, whispers are growing louder about a young German sensation, BENEDIKT Kunz, whose talents have caught the eyes of both Glasgow Rangers and Celtic. At just 19 years old, Kunz is already being hailed as one of the brightest prospects in Germany, with scouts raving about his versatility, technical brilliance, and uncanny ability to read the game. Sources close to his camp suggest that several top-flight clubs across Europe have already made informal approaches, but it seems the battle north of the border is heating up in ways that few expected. The Rangers, in particular, appear to have made a more convincing case with their historic standing, recent investment in youth development, and promises of regular first-team football. There's talk that Kunz himself has been weighing his options carefully, analyzing not just the immediate financial rewards, but also the long-term potential for growth, visibility in European competitions, and the chance to become a central figure in a club with massive expectations. The narrative emerging from insiders is that while Celtic remain keen, the German has quietly leaned towards the Gers, perhaps seeing a clearer path to establishing himself as a cornerstone for years to come. The interest from Rangers, however, is not just a coincidence or a fleeting fancy. Club executives are reportedly in constant dialogue with Kunz's representatives, discussing everything from playing style to lifestyle, even delving into the cultural adjustments a young German player would face moving to Scotland. It is said that the Rangers' technical staff are particularly enamored with Kunz's ability to combine physicality with intelligence, a trait that is highly valued in the Premiership. There are murmurs about potential mentorship from seasoned Rangers stars, creating a pathway where Kunz could gradually transition from a promising talent into a household name, all under the watchful guidance of coaches who understand both the demands of Scottish football and the pressure of performing under intense scrutiny. Analysts speculate that this holistic approach, blending footballing development with personal adaptation, may have played a key role in swaying Kunz's preference. Even though Celtic's historical dominance and passionate fan base make them an attractive destination, some insiders hint that the young German prioritizes a clear trajectory over flash, ambition over tradition, and a genuine chance to shine without being overshadowed. The story is still unfolding, but the excitement around Rangers potentially landing Kunz is palpable among fans, pundits, and media alike. The dynamics of this potential transfer have sparked endless debate in Scottish media circles, with journalists dissecting every tiny gesture, social media post, and reported comment from the player or his entourage. Some claim that Kunz's inclination towards Rangers reflects a growing trend of young talents seeking clubs where they can make a tangible impact rather than merely being a name on a jersey. There is speculation that Rangers' recent European campaigns, combined with a solid domestic strategy, might present the perfect stage for Kunz to mature both technically and mentally. Sources suggest that the club's hierarchy has been careful not to rush any announcement, instead cultivating an atmosphere where excitement builds organically, letting speculation fuel fan engagement. Yet insiders also caution that Celtic are far from conceding defeat, allegedly preparing counter-offers that emphasize history, exposure, and a deeply passionate support network that few can rival. The tension between the two Glasgow giants, therefore, is not merely about signing a player, but about securing a symbolic victory, a statement of intent that could reverberate across Scottish football for seasons to come. Meanwhile, Kunz himself is reportedly absorbing all perspectives, consulting with mentors, family, and former coaches, all while continuing to focus on his performances, aware that every move is being scrutinized by an eager public hungry for news, and whispers within the scouting community hint at Kuntz's unique skill set as the main attraction in this tug of war. Sources claim his vision, pace, and composure under pressure are already comparable to players much older and more experienced. Some analysts speculate that Rangers may have pitched a plan where Kunz becomes central to their tactical evolution, a project designed around integrating him into multiple positions to exploit his adaptability. Celtic, meanwhile, are reportedly assessing whether they can outbid the Gers, not only financially, but also in terms of long-term vision, promising the young German an environment steeped in tradition with exposure to the fiercest rivalries in Scottish football. Observers note that this battle isn't just about money or prestige, it is about ambition, development, and a sense of belonging. The drama, according to insiders, is amplified by Kuntz's own deliberations. He is said to be a thinker, someone who evaluates not just the immediate allure of joining a big club, but also the kind of environment that will nurture him, challenge him, and eventually launch him into the European limelight. The tension, speculation, and potential outcomes have captivated fans, creating endless discussions online and off as supporters on both sides wait with bated breath for the next chapter in what could become one of the most talked about transfers in recent Scottish football history. There are even murmurs that Kuntz's decision-making process has involved deeper personal reflections, considering factors beyond football. Rumours suggest he has explored the cultural fit of both Glasgow clubs, the type of coaching philosophies employed, and even lifestyle elements such as the city's atmosphere, fan expectations, and community engagement. Rangers reportedly emphasized continuity, integration, and building a long-term relationship with Kunz, possibly tipping the scales in their favor. Meanwhile, Celtic are believed to be presenting a more traditional, high-profile approach, appealing to prestige and the historical weight of the club. Insiders claim that this duality may be why Kunz is quietly leaning toward the Gers, because he is seeking an environment where development comes first, performance comes second, and personal growth is nurtured alongside his footballing trajectory. The story, while still speculative, paints a picture of a young player who is not swayed solely by fame or pressure, but by a carefully calculated approach to his career. It is this combination of caution, ambition, and desire for tangible impact that has seemingly brought Rangers closer to securing what could be a transformative signing, potentially setting the tone for years of footballing narrative to come. Speculation aside, it is impossible to ignore the broader implications of Kuntz's potential choice. Observers note that landing a 19-year-old with his credentials could have a ripple effect across Scottish football, influencing recruitment strategies, youth development, and even the balance of power between Rangers and Celtic. Sources hint that the Rangers hierarchy is aware of the symbolic weight of the move, understanding that signing Kunz could signal to other young talents that Glasgow's East Side is a destination for emerging stars seeking both challenge and opportunity. Conversely, Celtic might be considering how missing out on a player of Kuntz's caliber could compel them to accelerate other acquisitions, recalibrate their scouting focus, and intensify efforts to retain their reputation as a magnet for the brightest prospects. In this context, Kunz is more than just a player. He is a potential catalyst, a fulcrum around which debates, strategies, and rivalries might pivot. Fans are already theorizing about formations, tactical integrations, and the impact he could have on derbies, creating a narrative that blends footballing speculation with almost mythical intrigue, cementing the young German's name in conversations far beyond his current achievements. The excitement, tension, and uncertainty surrounding this saga show no sign of abating with each passing day, amplifying the allure and stakes of this impending decision. Speculation around BENEDIKT Kuntz's next move has ignited an almost feverish debate among football pundits, fans, and insiders alike. Sources claim that while Rangers appear to have gained a psychological edge, Celtic are far from passive, reportedly analyzing every detail to craft a response capable of swaying the young German. There are whispers that conversations behind closed doors have been intense, with both clubs presenting not just financial incentives, but visions of his role in the squad, potential mentorship opportunities, and promises of European exposure. Analysts suggest that Kuntz's preference for the Gers might reflect a desire to step into a project where he could become indispensable rather than just another talent in a crowded roster. Yet, speculation persists that Celtic's allure, the aura of their historic successes, passionate fan base, and the intensity of their domestic rivalries could remain compelling if approached in the right manner. Social media buzz reinforces this narrative, with fans dissecting every minor gesture, training session appearance, and reported quote from the player or his representatives, constructing theories about his intentions. The saga, according to insiders, is less about certainty and more about suspense, creating an atmosphere where every report fuels further anticipation and every rumor carries potential truth, making this one of the most captivating stories in Scottish football in recent memory. There is also increasing talk about how Kuntz's personality and mindset might be shaping the unfolding drama. Observers suggest that he is a meticulous thinker, someone who weighs professional ambitions alongside personal comfort, adaptability, and long-term career trajectory. Rangers are reportedly highlighting a development pathway that would allow him to gradually take on responsibility, become a central figure in key matches, and experience European competitions early in his career. Meanwhile, Celtic are understood to be preparing a counter-narrative emphasizing exposure, prestige, and an environment steeped in tradition. Insiders hint that these behind-the-scenes strategies could be decisive, with Kunz reportedly valuing trust, clarity, and the sense that a club genuinely sees him as integral to its future. The speculation surrounding this process, however, is amplified by the public's fascination, social media engagement, and pundits' constant theorizing, making every report, however minor, feel like a critical clue in a complex puzzle. Football commentators have begun framing the story as more than a transfer battle. It is a contest of vision, ambition, and cultural fit, where the young German's decision could influence perceptions of both clubs for years, redefining their recruitment strategies and how emerging talents evaluate opportunities in Scotland. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. Rumors suggest that Rangers are attempting to create an almost personalized experience for Kunz, arranging meetings with senior players, coaching staff, and perhaps even former German professionals who have adapted to Scottish football. Analysts speculate that such gestures could appeal to the young player's practical sensibilities, reassuring him that his development will be nurtured comprehensively rather than being left to chance. Sources claim that this approach is being contrasted with Celtic's strategy, which reportedly leans heavily on club prestige, fan atmosphere, and historical weight to attract talent. Football insiders argue that this juxtaposition could be key in tipping Kuntz's decision, with Rangers projecting a sense of long-term stability and clear progression, whereas Celtic might be relying on the magnetic pull of their identity and competitive heritage. Media outlets have reportedly received leaks suggesting that Kunz has engaged in extensive deliberations with family, coaches, and advisors, carefully mapping potential pathways at both clubs. Even casual observers have speculated online that this careful evaluation is indicative of a player who prioritizes personal growth over immediate accolades, considering not only the on-field challenges, but also lifestyle, cultural integration, and how each club aligns with his long-term ambitions. The intrigue, therefore, is not just about who secures the transfer, but about the subtle nuances shaping the choice of a young prodigy at a critical juncture in his career. Meanwhile, the debate among fans has reached near mythical proportions. Online forums, social media platforms, and fan groups are reportedly dissecting every hint, from Kuntz's reported movements to cryptic statements from agents and insiders. Rangers supporters appear to be buoyed by the whispers of the Germans' preference, creating an almost euphoric anticipation for what could be a landmark signing. Celtic fans, however, are far from silent, with speculation circulating that the Hoops could yet sway him through promises of historical legacy, derby intensity, and immersion into one of Scotland's most storied footballing cultures. Analysts suggest that this fan-driven speculation may itself influence the outcome as clubs become aware of the broader narratives shaping public perception. The psychological dimension of this battle is reportedly significant, with both clubs needing to balance strategic communication, secrecy, and controlled leaks to maintain leverage. Kunz, for his part, seems to remain a largely enigmatic figure in public discourse, with insiders hinting that he prefers observation and careful analysis over impulsive decisions, further feeding the mystique surrounding his eventual destination. In this way, the drama transcends simple football transfers, evolving into a cultural phenomenon where every report, rumor, and theory contributes to the narrative surrounding one of Europe's most promising young talents. There is further speculation about the tactical roles Kunz might assume at either club. Rangers are reportedly envisioning him in a central, versatile role capable of influencing games across multiple positions, highlighting his adaptability and intelligence on the pitch. Celtic, conversely, are allegedly considering him as part of a high-intensity system that would leverage his technical skills and footballing vision against the backdrop of their fast-paced attacking philosophy. Sources suggest that the young German's decision might hinge not only on the immediate opportunity, but also on the potential to evolve as a player in a system that best suits his strengths and ambitions. Football pundits speculate that Rangers' plan to offer mentorship, exposure, and gradual integration could appeal to his developmental mindset, while Celtic's emphasis on prestige and history might be compelling in its own right. The speculation is further intensified by reports of discreet scouting, personal consultations, and strategic engagement from both sides, each attempting to craft an irresistible vision for Kuntz's career trajectory. The tension, uncertainty, and high stakes contribute to a narrative where the eventual outcome is anticipated to ripple far beyond a single signing, shaping club strategies, youth recruitment, and competitive dynamics across the Scottish Premiership. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned